Mercy was nowhere in the room, and this is the problem. Not that justice is wrong, but this is the problem I have with justice. As I said, it has no conscience. It has no heart. It doesn't consider you as a person. All that justice says is you did the crime, now you're going to do the time. This is what you did. This is what you deserve. But I want you to understand how if we look at mercy and look at the text here, I got to get into it. Lord help me. I've gone a whole different route, but I want you to see how mercy steps in and says, well, I know he or she might have deserved it, but would you consider the fact that maybe he'll turn around? Sometimes justice has to sometimes justice says, well, he deserves 10 stripes, and mercy says, well, can you give him 7? Sometimes you're saying, justice is saying, well, I think that he's really not fit to live, but mercy said, but he ain't ready to die either. You have to look at what I'm looking at in this text, 1 Samuel chapter 24, and I'm getting ready to go ahead and cut this by saying that in this text, you have to look at the text and see that King Saul has done many things to Brother David. As a matter of fact, here it is in this text. David is standing in a cave while Saul, the same guy who has tried to kill him over and over again, the same guy that has tried to get his soldiers to kill him, the same guy that has tried to get his son Jonathan, who is David's friend, to kill him, the same guy who has given David a wife and then taken his daughter, who was David's wife, from him and given her to somebody else. You have to understand, the same guy who says, well, I'm going to let you marry my daughter Micah, and I'm hoping Micah will do something to you. This guy, the same guy who is chasing David, has thrown spears at David, has thrown javelins at David. This same guy who is chasing David like a fugitive gets caught in the cave, and David says to him after he walks out of the cave, I have cut your robe. I've cut your robe. And King Saul, I just want you to understand that you've been chasing me like a dog, but I've never done anything to you, man. I believe that you are God's anointed. God made you the king, and I've never tried to harm you. I've never gone against you. All I've done was wanted to serve you, but you're trying to treat me like a dog. You're trying to kill me like prey, hunting me down like prey. And I want you to understand that if I really wanted to hurt you, if I really wanted to kill you, here's a piece of your robe that I cut off while you were in the cave. And Saul is trying to figure out how in the world this man got that close to me and didn't nobody tell me nothing. How in the world did this man get that close to me and did nobody see him? I didn't see him either, but he has cut a piece of my robe. But David remembers that mercy triumphs over justice. He could have said, God, you placed this man in my hand. You placed my enemy in my hand. I'm going to take him out now. I'm going to cut his head off. I'm going to put a dagger through his heart. I'm going to do something to him because he has certainly done something to me. He's messed with my family. He's messed with my finances. He's messed with my career. He's torn my life to pieces. He has messed with my image, my reputation. He has done everything he possibly could do to me. Ran me from my house. I used to be the captain of the army. You don't remember that? I used to be the one they were singing songs about it. Man, you messed all of that up. You have done everything you can to destroy me. You were hoping I would die at the hands of the Philistines. You were hoping I would die by your soldiers. You were hoping even your daughter, who was my wife, would kill me in my sleep. Man, I got a right to take you out. If I really wanted to do that, I've got every right to do to you what you've done to me. But I'm going to tell you what God told me, and that is mercy has to triumph over justice. It has to. Sometimes I think we get caught up in the mix of trying to pay people back. We get caught up in the mix of they did it to me, so I really need to do it to them to show them that I mean business, or to show them how it feels. You did it to me, I'm going to dish it out back to you. But here in the text, and I could take it to other places, but today I've run out of time. I just need for you to take a good look at what mercy does and what justice demands. Justice demands that people die, and mercy said, no, But if they die, then what else is going to be done?